I boiled some eggs yesterday that I'm going to be packing some for my husband. And here I soaked some dal and rice to make the dosa batter last night, and I'm going to be making that today. So these are the eggs that I'm going to be packing for my husband. They have the chili ketchup on them, like the spicy one, and some tea for him, of course.
Hi everybody, good morning, namaste, welcome back to Nash Vlogs. So it is about almost 11:30 in the morning and I'm making lunch right now, and I was like, why don't I start a vlog for you guys, because sometimes when I don't upload any vlog or when I don't shoot anything and I have nothing to be uploading, I get messages from those of you who are always waiting for the vlog. Obviously there will always be at least two to three out of 10 who would always be waiting for the vlog every single day, and I'm so grateful for that. So I always get messages on Instagram if I don't upload anything, and I'm asked, why is there no vlog today? So today I was like, you know what, if not now then never. So I am making lunch right now and I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm making. I'm making simple dal. The dal has a bottle gourd in there and I already pressure cooked it, and I'll be making as well some bujia. So how are you guys? How was your night? I hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. Those ones that are going to bed, in different countries, I wish you a good night, and those ones who have woken up, good morning. So our Wednesday is not good because my husband's, our pizza, that means our Pisima's husband, which means my how am I explaining this? My father-in-law's sister's husband. That is the correct word to say. But in Urisa it is called Pisa, who is the husband to Pisima, right? So he passed on, and it is a really sad Wednesday in our family. And we're going to be observing the traditions, like not eating non-veg, like not praying, for some days. But for us, we're going to observe for 5 days. Those ones who are super close to them are going to observe it for 10 days, right? So my mother-in-law was like, since we are not that much close, we should only observe the 5 days. So 5 days you're not going to be eating non-veg, and you're not going to perform any prayers in the home till the 5 days are done. So let me show you guys what I'm cooking. So here I am making cabbage, and today I've decided to add some tomatoes in the cabbage, tomatoes and carrots, and I've also added some red chili, the dry one, right? And then here I have pressure cooked the dal with bottle gourd in there and some garlic, and we love this, by the way, it tastes so good. So I'm just going to make the tadka and then I'll be frying that up. But as of now, I'm first cooking the cabbage, and when I'm done with that, the onions are done being cut for the dal. So for now, I'm going to be finishing up this, and then I'll be making the dal.
This type of cabbage reminds me of my Indian friends. I have an Indian friend, her name is Sonu. The last birthday vlog that I had uploaded, that is the mother to that daughter, to that child. So she had made a type of cabbage at one point, like when we were still neighbors, and then we were invited at their home for dinner, I remember, and she had made some food. I think it was puri. She had made puri and I think a sweet or something like this. I don't remember quite well, but she had cabbage as well, which she had made during lunchtime, and it was more for them to eat. And sometimes you make more and then you keep some more in the fridge, and you're like, we'll eat that later. So when the gents got done with their food, she's like, you know what, I have some cabbage that is there, like we were the ones to eat last, obviously, so I'm going to be eating that. And she's like, I can't give you leftovers. And I'm like, I'm a mother as well. And then we had to share it, and it was super tasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes women are the ones to eat whatever they have kept for the next time. It was super tasty. I can never forget that. It was so spicy, but it was so tasty. It has tomatoes in there. So whenever I make cabbages that have tomatoes in there, I just remember that day.
I'm going to break this into two because these chilies here that we bought this time are super spicy. It is one, but it is so huge. So if I break it into two, all the spice just comes out from in there, and it becomes so hard for the kids to eat. So I'm just going to put a little cut there, and I'll be using that. And for the spices for my dal, I'm going to be using some cumin seeds, some mustard seeds, and some methi seeds. This is fenugreek seeds, and then we will be adding some chili, and I'll be adding one bay leaf as well.
Our cabbage is done. Now we are making the dal. So for dal, I'm only going to be using onions because I already pressure cooked the garlic with the dal at the same time. So this type of dal is the chana dal that I'm cooking, and if I add botogard in chana dal, trust me, it is so tasty. We also add one tomato while pressure cooking it. And now after making the onions, we are just going to be mixing the tomatoes in there, and then later on we'll be adding our dal. For spices, I'm only going to be using turmeric powder, some cumin powder, and some red chili powder, and then I'll be adding salt as well.
I'm going to also be making this to top on our lunch that we're going to be having today. So this is called papad, and it just needs to be fried. So I'm warming up the whatever you know right now, and then I'll be making it as well to add on our lunch. You're tired. What were you doing? I thought she's saying he's tired. What did he do?
I usually keep them in an airtight container, and this is the container that I specifically use for such things that don't need, air in. For it will get soft when the air goes through it, so that is why. So I use this tin to always keep whatever that I fry for my family, and I just keep it on, the stick top anywhere, and whenever somebody wants to eat any of the things that I've made, like any pakoda, any like this, anything basically that I cook from home, like a snack, I just keep it in here. It will be easier for them to come and pick whatever they want and eat it. Now I'm going to be making our dosa butter, and I picked by mistake a wrong jar. That jar is spoiled, and now I'm going to be using the big one because it's the one that is working as of now. The other one got spoiled, I don't know how, but it doesn't work. So I'm just going to be taking out all this water and storing it in a small container, and I'll be using it for the plants, like the rice water is so good for plants, and since I soaked it the whole night, it is super healthy for them. So I'll just put it in this little basket, I think, and then not a basket, I think it's a bowl, yes, a big bowl, and then I'll be using it to give it to my plants. So I'm going to rinse out once more, and then I'll add the same water in this for the plants as well, and then I'll be making our dosa butter. Once I'm done blending up all the dosa butter, I'm just going to be keeping it in this container. So this container is our dosa butter container, and then I'll rinse out whatever is remained in the jar, and I'll mix that up after adding some water, and I will add some more water when I see if the consistency is not okay, and then I'll be adding salt as well for testing, and that is done. Keeping it in the microwave is the best way to ferment it because this place is usually warm, so by morning it will be super fermented. That is why I keep it in the microwave. This is our lunch today, so this is Abinash's lunch. I've already given my husband his lunch, and yeah. What's that, Abby?
I bought it. They're selling on the road.
Here?
I had gone to back.
So Abby?
Abby one, others one.
Dash, what's that? What's that? Wow!
It's a fan.
It's a fan. Good job. Said it's a fan.
Whoa!
Do you like it? Good job.